So, for my previous video, really sorry guys, but, that watermark, that, Filmora thing, I'm really sorry. That was total crap. I'm still working out the kinks, but hopefully we can move past that. Okay, here's the news. The October 2016 slate was pretty pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. It's not that the movies were bad. It's that October's supposed to be the horror month, you know, Halloween, and we only got one horror film. We got Ouija: Origin of Evil. Now that was a great film. It was really good, but I would prefer to at least have like three. I don't know, three wide release horror films in a 31-day month. Like, it was just kind of dumb that we only got one horror film. Now, moving into the news, 2017 is shaping up to be a very good month of horror because already we have two movies announced for it. Okay, so for October 13th, 2017, we have the new Friday the 13th film. Now, they were originally going to set it for a release date January 13th, 2017, because, you know, sooner Friday the 13th profit, but they decided to go with October 13th because, of course, more money. The 13th is still pretty cool, and, of course, it's the 13th film in the franchise, so it's just more money every which way. And I am very interested to see this because it's not that they're rushing this forward to keep the riots like they're doing with the new Hellraiser. They actually have spent 3 years, count that, 3 years writing the script, getting the actors, just doing it as perfectly as possible. Like, I'm really impressed. They have put so much effort into this new Friday the 13th film. It's insane. Like, the last one, I could tell. The director wanted to please Friday fans, but he didn't try anything new. He did put a couple cool ideas in there, but as the whole thing went, it was a safe idea. Everything we've seen before. It was literally a play-by-play slasher flick with Jason. But the new film, the directors are kind of trying to do an origin story where we finally get to see Jason's father. There will still be teen slashing and stuff, so this is probably going to be more of in line with the original series, like maybe a prequel within the original saga, and I'm super excited for that. Now, the next thing to come out in 2017 October is, of course, going to be Halloween Returns. Now, Halloween Returns is probably my most anticipated film of 2017 right now because, in all honesty, it's produced by, and the score, the music in it, is by John Carpenter. Now, that's awesome. John Carpenter is my favorite director. He directed the original Halloween and its sequel, produced and helped write the third one with Tommy Lee Wallace, and he's just awesome. The dude is a great director. He's probably the greatest composer in the movie industry, in my opinion, and I can't wait to see him return to Halloween. And as a producer, I hope he gets to look at the script and help write it, because that would just be phenomenal. Now, Michael Myers has had a lot of up and downs, and with Rob Zombie's two films he did, fans were kind of divided, because some, including myself, liked the remake. Some, including myself, didn't like the sequel, because I don't think anyone liked the sequel. There was a part of time in my life where I thought the sequel was okay because it was so creative, but you look on it now, it's actually pretty crappy. I will defend the Halloween remake to a fault because I watched it again last night for Halloween, and it was just so much fun. Malcolm McDowell killed it as Dr. Samuel Loomis. Of course, they ruined him in Halloween 2, but, you know, enjoy the first one while you can. But here's the thing. The remake is, Halloween Returns is looking to be a direct sequel to Halloween 2, 1981. And Michael Myers on death row, Samuel Loomis's, or Dr. Loomis, played by Donald Pleasant's son, is going to be there, and of course, everything goes wrong, and, you know, it's cool. What's really cool is that, with both the Friday the 13th movie coming out and the Halloween, is they're kind of both set in the 80s. I think that's a very good move on their part, because the 80s were the absolute best time for both franchises. Making a period piece, especially with these two characters, is probably the best move. And what they're both doing, both franchises are going back to their roots. Now, they're not trying to do what I think a lot of dying franchises do, and that's trying to go back to the roots and replicate the success, or in other words, replicate the story. What they're trying to do is they're going back to what made the franchise good. They're going back to that setting, not that idea. They're not going back to the formula, they're going back to the setting, they're going back to the characters, and they're trying to continue it on a climactic note, like what the Hunger Games does. Each entry, it went to a climactic ending, and Halloween Returns and this new Friday the 13th movie, they're trying to make a climactic continuation of the series, but with the setting that made the series so popular in the first place. So I'm super excited for Halloween Returns, and as of now, just recently, I got very excited for the new Friday the 13th film. Like, I thought it was going to be just another, gore fest, nothing that great. But with the new news that they've been working on it for 3 years,